Welcome back. I'm your host, Darnell Jackson. In this crypto report, we're going to be responding to Ray Dalio. But first, make sure you subscribe to your favorite channel on YouTube. Shout out to all the subscribers. Okay, I have to jump over to my Twitter, get you a comfortable beverage. We're going to be responding to Ray Dalio, who's out here talking about what regulators can do to kill Bitcoin. All right, Ray Dalio has shaken up the news right now because he says what would happen if regulators kill Bitcoin. I'm going to respond to that right now, so make sure you share this video with your friends and people you used to talk to every day. The audacity of Ray Dalio to speak out of turn this way. This is how the old financial guys sound. So Ray Dalio just believes that some regulators can kill Bitcoin. Well, let's talk about this for a minute. Before we get into the discussion on if regulators can kill Bitcoin, why don't we talk about what Bitcoin has killed? All right, that's the first thing we're going to get into on this video. And the first thing Bitcoin has killed is the perception of what money is. It went from paper to controlled electronic accounts that the banks controlled. And now it's decentralized digital wallets. The problem is it's not going back. And the banker guys are trying to figure out how to get the genie back in the bottle. Not going to happen. Money has never been what it is now, and there is no going back. Now I'm going to play a video, so stay tuned with this. I'm going to play a video clip that covers all of this, so stay tuned to the end. The second thing that Bitcoin killed was the banking monopoly. The banking monopoly is dead. This concept that all of your money would be inside of a bank, and then you can get access to your money whenever the bank says you can get access to your money, that entire idea is dead. It's completely dead. And it's not coming back. Whatever the banks used to do, people are not coming to them like they used to. You can see the banks are closing. All my life I never saw banks close, but I've saw several banks close. Why? They're not needed. They're taking up space, and they themselves are not adding value. If they could, then they would be able to pay a respectable interest rate. All right. People are making loans on DeFi apps using their phones without ever having to fill out an application, without ever having to set an appointment, without ever having to speak to anyone. And then on top of that, the interest that they can earn is 10 times, maybe even, and in many cases, way higher than that, 50 times higher than the rate they get with these conventional bonds, laughable CDs, and comedy savings accounts that are paying 0.001%. Some of them are now even talking about a negative interest rate on a bank account. This is what the banks are giving you. This is what Bitcoin killed. So Ray Dalio is hoping that the regulators will kill Bitcoin. Hilarious, Ray. The third thing that Bitcoin killed, and I'm going to get into a video to go over that, so stay tuned for the video. I'm going to be responding to a little video. I'll be playing some clips from it. The third thing that Bitcoin killed was social political hegemony. Okay? This whole political social layout that we live under, it's been killed. You now see countries such as the Ukraine, such as El Salvador, and others making it legal for people to deal in Bitcoin. You see El Salvador and other places making Bitcoin gains tax-free. This alone is an explosive term that is completely foreign to bankers. You'll never hear bankers talking about tax-free earnings on any of their investments. And so what you're finding now is that communities and families are going to be the next in line to embrace Bitcoin, just like these countries and companies have. So, as they say, it's a slippery slope, and we're already sliding. We're already sliding, Ray. And the last thing, I'm going to jump over to this video. Ray says regulators will kill Bitcoin. And what he really means is they're just going to spread a bunch of negative news. The old banking people still control the media, so they can spread senseless stories. They can spread FUD. They can try to convince you into believing that Bitcoin's going to zero whenever it's in a downtrend. But as we know, they've been horrifyingly wrong over and over again. Ray says what he wishes and hopes they could do. Ray the Hoper. But good luck shutting down the Bitcoin network, Ray. How are you going to stop Bitcoin if you can't actually stop Bitcoin? What are you going to actually do to stop the network? That's what you need to be talking about. You're talking about regulators. You need to talk about the network. You're not going to shut it down, Ray. So let me jump over to a video I want you to check out. Before I get to the video, Ray, let me show you something that Ray can't show you. Ray cannot show you where you could have put $1,200, which was your stimulus check in America. If you got $1,200 on April 1st, which they consider April Fool's Day, if you put $1,200 on Bitcoin on April 1st, 2020, how much money would you have, Ray? This is why Ray's mad. Let's calculate this. Well, the Bitcoin would have been $6,675 when you bought it. Today, Bitcoin is $48,000. So that's an increase of 619%. So your capital would have raised to $8,600. That $1,200 would now be $8,600. This is why Ray is talking out of place with his comments, with his weird comments. He wants to deny the reality that you're seeing on your screen. There's no thing that he could have even told you about that performed this way. And instead of him finding a way to get involved, he wants to spread FUD. The stocks that these guys love, it even shows you what you could have done. Amazon would have paid you 80%, Netflix 60%. Facebook did pretty well, 132%. Apple 145%, which is outstanding. But nothing even comes close to the 600% that Bitcoin's paying you. This is an emerging monetary technology. Facebook and Amazon and Apple are technology companies, true, but they're not technology monetary companies. Bitcoin is a monetary technology in and of itself. There's never been anything like this, and that's why you're seeing performance you've never seen. So this is why Ray wants regulators to do something, because he can't create these returns, and he's mad. And that's what those guys do from his era. They get mad, they're control minded, so they can't compete, so they think, kill it. I can't beat it, kill it. Well, you're gonna have to compete now, Ray. Can't kill everything. It's decentralized, bro. Let me jump over to why Ray's really mad. This is an outstanding presentation that was published by Bitcoin Stimulus. Make sure you tell this guy I sent you over to his channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to Bitcoin Stimulus. I'm going to play this video and I'm going to be reacting to it. Fair use. I'm going to be playing a few snippets here that really give you the answers to the test when we're talking about why the regulator people like Ray Dalio are mad and they're envious of what Bitcoin's been doing. Check out this presentation. This is about the most influential events.
Much has happened since Bitcoin's birth in 2009. Bitcoin has gone from being a completely unknown digital toy with no monetary value to a massive global monetary network worth $1 trillion.
$1 trillion.
There were many events that forged the path for Bitcoin's current and future success. Here's a list of my top 5. Number 5. The Great Chinese Mining Exodus.
Yep.
In June 2021, the Chinese government officially banned Bitcoin mining throughout the country. With over half of Bitcoin's entire hash rate coming from China, this announcement had a major impact on the market. The price remained lingering in the 30,000s, a far cry from the highs above $60,000 experienced just 2 months prior.
Had a crash.
And Bitcoin's hash rate fell over 50% from its highs, prompting many people to call for an end to the bull market.
That's right. Let's jump over here real quick. I just want to show you what happened with Bitcoin during that time period so that you can stay up to speed with the presentation. Bitcoin crashed substantially, and there was a reason for that. It was the Chinese kicking out all of the miners after they had already consolidated all of the miners in China. So that was a strategic move for them to first get all the mining in China and then kick them all out. So that hit Bitcoin, and Bitcoin hit a dive right here where my big head is. But it did recover. It went down here in May, and it did recover. Let's go back to the presentation.
However, thanks to the brilliance of its design, Bitcoin not only shrugged off this attack, but emerged stronger because of it. Miners began to relocate to friendlier jurisdictions, many to North America, and the hash rate and price quickly began to recover, both jumping over 50% in just 2 months. One of the most popular anti-Bitcoin talking points for years, that mining was too concentrated in China, was eliminated almost overnight. The Chinese mining ban will be remembered decades from now as an event that proved Bitcoin's anti-fragility.
That's right. Can't stop it, Ray.
Number 4. MicroStrategy adopts a corporate Bitcoin standard. In August...
This is another great point. You see Ray Dalio. He's so jealous. He's not in a position to gain like MicroStrategy. He has not protected his organization like Michael Saylor.
2020, Michael Saylor made one of the boldest moves by a public company CEO in recent memory, purchasing $250 million worth of Bitcoin to hold on his company's balance sheet. By adopting Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset, Saylor instantly de-risked Bitcoin to the rest of the corporate world. Bitcoin could no longer be dismissed as a fringe asset only purchased by speculators and unsophisticated investors. Saylor's bet on Bitcoin coincided with the beginning of a run that took Bitcoin from $10,000 to $40,000 in less than 5 months. Many companies quickly followed MicroStrategy's lead, including Square and Tesla. Shortly after his venture into Bitcoin, Saylor open-sourced his playbook, hosting executives from thousands of companies at his virtual Bitcoin for Corporations event, where he and many other speakers discussed why, and perhaps more importantly how, the corporate Bitcoin investment was made. The event no doubt planted the seeds for many billions of corporate treasury dollars to flow into Bitcoin in the coming years.
And that's what we're seeing.
Number 3, the 2017 Fork Wars. In 2015, a debate began to emerge surrounding the scalability of Bitcoin. There were 2 major ideologies that dominated the debate. There were those who wanted to scale Bitcoin by increasing the block size, the big blockers, and those who were in favor of a layered solution to scaling, whereby the block size would remain small, the small blockers. The big blockers wanted to sacrifice decentralization for a temporary reduction in transaction fees, while the small blockers remained steadfast in their belief that decentralization was a
All
foundation.
right, so check out that presentation. I want you guys to make sure you subscribe to that channel. And I want you to understand that these negative talking, old guard finance dudes that are out here like Ray Dalio, who has admitted he's owning gold, and gold's done nothing for him. So he's just, he's stuck in his ways. He's a guy stuck in his ways, and finance has long been taken over by technology. All right? You're talking about bots, algorithms, logic, data processing, not just what my favorite investment is. So Ray, he's got to get his dinosaur ways updated. Right now, the new financial barons are going to be the Michael Saylors. It's not going to be the guys that are holding the assets from previous eras like gold and oil. That's not going to get it done in the new modern world that we live in. At this point in time, I want to thank you for liking this video. If you didn't like this video, make sure you check out all my other videos, man. I got daily crypto videos published every day. Check out about 10 of them. Check out 10 random videos. I'm sure you'll like them. If you don't like them, make sure you share every video you watched with somebody who will. Until tomorrow. Peace.